So how did you first get introduced to Walter the person? How did this journey begin?
I'm going to answer that, but I have to tell you a quick story about my first encounter here in Victoria. I rolled into town with you, actually, and we were, trying to figure out where I was staying, and it was Homewood Suites, so I put it into my little phone, and she was talking to me, telling me which way to turn and where to go, and I'm driving, and I'm like looking around, checking out this town, going, cool, this is great to be, in a small town in Texas. I love Texas, but especially small towns in Texas. And
yes.
So, yeah, Victoria. So here I am, just going, all of a sudden you've arrived at your destination, and it's Homewood Residence or something, yeah. Okay. This doesn't look like the motel I was thinking, but that's okay. And see these elderly folks over there by the entrance. And
you were like, these are my people.
yeah. Like, it's perfect experience for this movie. So, welcome to Victoria. Looks like you take good care of the elderly here, and that's a good thing. So, anyways, I found the right place eventually.
We set that up for you.
Yeah, we created old people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we put them there for you.
That's awesome.
Well, we're pretty thorough.
Good job. This is
Thanks.
great. This is great so far. So, the question was, how did I come about with this? Yeah. So, this, after my third film, I shot my third film as a story called Ride the Divide, a 2,700-mile mountain bike race in part of Montana was a big part of the movie. So I spent a lot of time in Montana. That brought me to Montana eventually. I was working half-time at a ad agency there, and they needed to do a story on the generations of Montanans. So I was Googling, and I was trying to figure out how to tell the story, and I was like, who's the oldest person in Montana? Well, it turns out it was Walter, and he wasn't just the oldest person in Montana, he's the oldest man in the world, and I was like, God, I gotta get to this guy before he's gone. And of course, I'm thinking, just not really thinking about a bigger story, I'm just thinking about, I gotta get this piece done, So I race up there, he agrees to do the talk, and I race up there to interview him, and when I sat down with him, I was just mesmerized. And so we kind of just found this really creative, low-pro way to shoot this film, and that's how it started.
Right over there, James Teams.
It's difficult to edit yourself anyway, right?
Sure.
But especially in a documentary, like it's difficult to edit in narrative. I just wonder, like, what struggles you guys went through editing yourselves in this documentary.
Yeah, I mean, it's something I've had some experience with because I tend to draw my stories from inside, and so I bring my character into it fairly often. I mean, there's some of the films that don't have as much of me in it as, or Sarah or whoever, is this one. But I think when I set out to do I oftentimes you do the rough cut of a film that I've shot, and which makes it kind of easy because all the stuff I shot is in my head. Not easy, but it's like I know what is there, and I'm sort of thinking about story all the time. And so when I get to this stage of cutting it, I try not to I don't look at myself as me. I just look at here's this character, and how can I try to get the emotion that we're looking for in this scene. And I'm just kind of playing around. And then with Sarah, she's reviewing it, or we had some other people helping that would look at it and give us some notes. But it's definitely one of those things you just kind of do and hope that maybe it works. And I think in a lot of times it does, and maybe for some people it doesn't, but it's definitely one of those interesting challenges. But I've gotten pretty used to not looking at myself as myself. So that's how I do it, I guess. Well, I want to say this is
Say something.
So awesome, dude, to be a part of this. And I've been to a number of festivals. This is just getting started, so I can't give the full report yet, but I can already tell just from what I've heard from people that I know. This is very special what you guys have here. And I've been to a lot of festivals where they kind of treat you like whatever, but I can already tell this is something neat, and I think you're just at the beginning, and I hopefully I can make more movies that are good enough that maybe I get to come back. And
we love
cool.
Bringing back people that we have here every
Thank
year.
you.
So you're always welcome, man. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, we've got